Alright, and here we are at Smoky Mountain for the 100 lapper for the fourth night of the West Coast Late Model Series presented by Too Fast. We've had some really good racing so far here at Magnolia, Batesville, and Oakshade. And tomorrow night we'll be at Eldora for the Dream 100 lapper for the final night of the West Coast Late Model points. Certainly going to make for some good racing as Grant Ryals, your points leader, starts back in 12th place tonight. P.D. Bryan, your second place points leader, unfortunately couldn't make it. Your third place points leader, Austin Conant, starting outside pole. Certainly going to make for a great race. Tyler, what are you thinking? Who are you picking for the win tonight?
Oh man, that's a tough decision. We got a lot of strong guys here, but I'm gonna go with Mr. Consistency, Dylan Wilson.
Yeah, I'm either going for Mr. Consistency or Kid Smooth, or you might also have Austin Conant up in there as well. He's been up front every night of the points so far. Gonna have a great start. Looks like everybody got clean there. Oh, and looks like jaycee Floyd's trying to get to the front a little early. Here comes
Austin
Dylan
Conant's
Wilson.
gonna be your leader out of the four.
Yep, Austin Conant's gonna lead the first lap. Let's see if he can keep that pace up and stay up front. Looks like it's... Oh, and Dylan Wilson's going to have a little bobble as well as Floyd there.
You got Austin Conant leading, but Trevor Fitz not cutting him in the slack, and Terry Wolfe and the World Dominator Ben Nading are trying to catch back up to the leaders.
Yeah, Austin Conant's looking for a win. He hasn't had one yet this year, and he's hungry. He finished second a lot of times. And Trevor Fitz actually broke his wrist last week, so
we got a car
with,
sideways in turn 3, boys.
We got who did we have sideways? Was that Hutchens back there?
Russel Hutchens.
Yep, that's who I thought. He's back a little bit from the pack. Here comes the World Dominator running third. He's staying pretty consistent. Had some bad luck so far in the series, but he's looking to make up for it here at Smoky Mountain.
Here's a name you don't see often. Bradley Bartley just takes away the fourth position from Too Fast Leighton Coleman.
Yeah, Bradley Bartley, a newcomer, his first night running with the West Coast Late Model Series, and he looks like he's having a great run so far, up to fourth. Oh, and Trevor Fitz going to get really loose in turn 2 there, and going to let Ben Nading and Bartley by. Looks like Fitz is going to move back to 5th. Coleman got by as well.
You got Kid Smooth and Mr. Consistency in the 7th and 8th spot, making their way to the front.
Yeah, them two there, like the dynamic duo. They run up front everywhere they go. Grant Ryals is now going to move up to 5th. Looks like something might have happened to Wilson. No, just keeping it consistent, keeping it smooth. That's the way to get to the front.
And Austin Conant with almost a 3-second lead over the World Dominator Ben Nading.
Yeah, it looks like Austin's checking on the field pretty good here tonight. But, he deserves a win. Ran runner-up quite a lot this year, and he's hungry for one.
Well, I've always said, and I've told him in the interviews, every time we bring him up to the booth after this second place finish, I tell him, Austin, if you stay out front, you can win a race instead of going to the back 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, and looks like he's taking your advice and he's staying up front in this one. But you got to look at Kid Smooth, all the way from 12th up to 4th already. He's really flying. He's coming up on his teammate Ben Nading there. You got Pullman back in 5th. Wilson back in 6th from 11th. Terry Wolfe in 7th. He was your pole sitter. Looks like Trevor 5th back to 8th. jaycee Floyd in 9th. Hayden Richards 10th. Jim Emery 11th, and Russell Hutchens in 12th. Some bad luck for Hutchens. He looks like he got in an got loose early in this race and pushed him all the way to the back.
Grant Ryals is going to take the 3rd position away from Ben Nading, and he's going to head for Bradley Bartley to take over that number 2 spot.
Yeah, you got to look at Bartley as well. Bartley's flying. Came from I believe he started 9th or 8th or 9th back there, and he started 8th and he's already up to 2nd. He's really moving too. Looks like Austin's gonna have his hands full here in a minute with Grant Ryals and Bradley Bartley. Looks like Hayden Richards.
Yellow, Blake.
Yellow flag is out. Looks like Hayden Richards spun and just couldn't get it straightened back around in time. Looks like they're going to grid up double file here, and Bartley's going to choose the outside. Looks like it's going to be Conant, Grant, Bartley, Nading, Wilson, Wolfe, Pullman, jaycee, Fitz, Emery, Hutchens. Then Richards bringing up the rear. Looks like it's going to be a great show so far. I mean, there's been some close racing. Looks like Austin's had a really dominant car tonight, as well as Grant and Bradley. I mean, Dylan's up there as well. Looks like there's a lot of fast cars here tonight.
Well, tonight, Blake, and another first for us tonight. On all of our other restarts, the second placeman has always picked the outside. But it looks like now they pick the inside.
Yeah, it looks like, oh, they're really pushing each other off the start. Looks like Grant and Bartley got into a little bit right there. Bartley's going to get in the wall.
3 wide. 4 wide.
Going to make it 4 wide for a second there. And Grant's going to get shuffled in the middle between 2 of his teammates. Oh, and here comes Wilson and Grant charging hard at Conant. But here comes Bartley and nading, going to make it 3 wide down the front stretch. Here comes Wilson, going to get into nading just a little bit. But looks like, yeah, looks like it's going to back the whole field up and get nading a little loose. But nading's going to recover pretty well. Still keep it straight and not get spun around there. Looks like Trevor's going to get a little sideways. Oh, and they're going to pile him up a little bit coming out of turn number 4. Looks like Pullman and Emery are just taking it easy, working their way to the front. Bradley Bartley back to 4th now as Wilson and Ryals get by. And looks like Conant's got his hands full with Ryals right there in 2nd. But here comes Wilson as well. Wilson's really flying through the pack. Looks like the 2 leaders are going to have a great battle here in just a second.
I think Grant's just kind of cruising between Austin Conant for the time being. He's like, I'm already up here, and I've got Dylan behind me. No need to rush into anything. Still a long way to go in tonight's race, Blake.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's still about 80 laps to go. Yeah, 79 laps to go here tonight. I mean, that's a lot of laps. Oh, but Conant makes a little bit of a mistake, and Ryals is going to get by. You guys got to remember, Grant Ryals is leading the points by 10 points here tonight. So you got to think Conant's got to try to get in front of him to get a couple points on him going into the final night. That newcomer, Bradley Bartley, sure showing the way. He's up to 4th now. He's really moving. He's hanging with the best.
Yeah, he's up there with Dylan Wilson, and I don't know how much longer he can hold on. He's going to shoot to the bottom and try to get him coming off 4. And that's the one guy is really hard to pass. He's so consistent, and he keeps his composure throughout the whole race, no matter how much you try to shake him.
Yeah, he stays smooth, stays consistent. That's the way to win a race, and Dylan Wilson sure has won a lot of them. I believe he's won about 10 or 12 races this year already. And Grant Ryals won a couple as well. Austin Conant searching for his first win, but he's running up there with the big dogs always. I mean, he's fast. He's missing that little bit of edge, it seems like.
We got a good battle for 5th and 6th between jaycee Floyd and Trevor Fitz.
Yeah, you're going to have jaycee Floyd running 5th and Trevor Fitz 6th. Fitz is going to get a good run off the wall and may get a chance to get around jaycee here pretty soon. But here comes Pullman. He might throw an iron in the fire as well. Here comes Bartley catching Wilson now. Let's see if he can get a good run on him and get by. Wilson's looking to get by Conant for that 2nd place spot. Oh, and Fitz is going to get into jaycee. And that's going to be a yellow flag is out.
Goal number 2.
That's yellow number 2 in the first 50. Looks like we got one more yellow for the final 22 laps of the first 50 laps of this 100 lapper.
I was looking back at
Will Conant
Ben
choose in or
nading,
out on this
and
one?
I remember him getting loose, a few laps back, but he was dropped all the way back down to 8th, and I don't know if he's on a strategy mode right now or something went wrong.
Looks like Conant's going to choose the outside, and they're going to go for it next time.
And coming out of 4, it'll be the number 16 kid, Smooth Grant Ryals, next time.
So, like, he did everything he could not to get in the wall, but he fucking barely touched it.
Yeah, he's Grant Ryals is really flying. Looks like it's going to be Grant Ryals. Kid Smooth on the front row. You're going to have Mr. Consistency second. Austin Conant third. Terry Wolfe fourth. Bradley Bartley fifth. Trevor Fitz. Pullman, Nading, Emery, Hutchens, Richards, Floyd. It's going to round out your field. Let's see who can bring it home to the stripe, and it's going to be Grant Ryals going to lead that lap. But here comes Wilson and Conant. They're really moving. Bradley Bartley trying to make it 3 wide, but cannot make it quite stick. Oh, and Bartley's going to lift and get out of the groove just a little bit there. Here comes Terry Wolfe, your pole sitter. Looks like he's saving a little bit of tire. What do you think about Grant Ryals getting to the front that fast, Tyler?
It's really no surprise. Grant is a tough, competitive racer, one of the best in the business. If he can ever get out front, he can hold it. I mean, you have got to be on your A game, no mess ups to beat Kid Smooth.
Yeah, but you got Mr. Consistency in that third spot. That him and Grant are teammates, and they are always battling each other for the win. It's really going to be a toss-up for who can win this thing.
And we got Bartley into the wall coming into 3.
Yeah, he got in the wall pretty hard there. It looks like nading and Palmer are going to pull up some ground on him.
We got Ben nading trying to pull the move on Pullman, trying to get back up there in the top 4.
Looks like he's going to clear it. Yep, and here comes Emery, the old timer, all the way from the back, on his way to the front. Looks like the top 2, second and third is going to have a good battle going right now. It's going to be Conant on the outside, Wilson on the inside. Well, I mean, they're both on the outside, but Conant ain't letting him have the groove. So Wilson's looking for an alternative there to get around him. But Conant's just holding his line, staying consistent, and basically using what Wilson uses every race.
Yeah, pretty much. Conant's just saying they're going to have to find another way around, buddy, because I'm not moving.
Yeah, that's how it's looking here. Bartley's dropping back pretty good, but he's catching up almost every corner. I'd have to think he's on softer tires than the rest of the pack. I mean, as fast as he is.
That's what I was thinking too, Blake.
I mean, he's picking up 3-4 lengths on him every corner. I mean, and his lap times have got to be Bradley Bartley's lap times. He's running 7s, and the rest of the field are running, looks like 3s. I mean, he's running about 6/10 faster than the rest of the field on his fastest lap. I mean, that's insane.
Yeah, that's definitely something new there.
Yeah, he's got to be either on a softer tire or he's just figured something out that the rest of the pack hasn't. Looks like Pullman's going to get a little loose coming off of 2 there. Got your field's going to be Grant Ryals, Austin Conant, Dylan Wilson, Bradley Bartley, Ben Nading, Layden Pullman, jaycee Floyd, Russell Hutchens, Trevor Fitz, Terry Wolfe, Hayden Richards going to go for the pass on Terry Wolfe here, Jim Emery, and that will round out your field. So far it's been a really clean, good race. Let's see if they can keep it that way for the last 60, 70 laps here. Looks like they got 57 to go. Austin Conant just holding his line there. Oh, he's going to get in the wall. Oh, and Dylan Wilson's going to get by and pull up that number 2 spot. Now he's going to have to chase down Kid Smooth. Looks like that's going to be a third
That's
yellow.
the third
There's
and
not going to
final
be any
yellow
more
for
until
the first
50.
50
Yep.
laps.
That looks like it's going to be the last yellow to lap 50.
Layden Pullman's parts are in the pits.
Looks like Dylan Wilson's going to choose the outside. Looks like it's going to be Grant Ryals, Dylan Wilson, Bradley Bartley. Going to have Austin Conant, Ben Nading, jaycee Floyd and Russell Hutchens, Trevor Fitz, Hayden Richards, Jim Emery. And looks like Pullman's going to go out early. Wonder what happened there. He had a really quick race car in the heats and in qualifying.
I don't know. I'm sure we'll catch up with him later.
So far, it looks like Kid Smooth's had a very good car this race. Let's see if he can pull out the win. Bradley Bartley staying right up there with Dylan Wilson. Looks like it's going to be D1RT 3 out of the top 5 here so far. But Austin Conant ain't letting anything slip away from him. He's staying right with him. And Hutchens back there in 6th.
Well, Bartley gets into Grant, and Grant's going to shove him back down to the bottom.
Oh, and Hutchens going to get on the wall pretty hard there, and he's going to get down in Wolfe's line. Oh, that was close. Here comes jaycee Floyd, the rookie, on his way to the front.
And this should be the battle of the night, Blake. You got Kid Smooth and Mr. Consistency, the top two. It should get pretty tight here pretty soon.
Yeah, those are two of the best on the circuit, and they're running 1 and 2 here tonight. Grant Ryals still, I think he's had about 3 or 4 wins this year, but you got to think Mr. Consistency, he's had about 10, 11, 12 wins. He's really flying this year. Both of them are just been flawless this year, really. Whatever races Grant's made, he's run up front. Whatever races Wilson's made, he's pretty much won. Here comes Bradley Bartley, though, throwing an iron in the fire. He's trying to take the 2nd place spot from Dylan Wilson. Looks like Bradley Bartley's going to take the number 2 spot from Dylan Wilson.
Yeah, he's really making that bottom work. I see a few more cars in the back that are doing the same thing, but he is making her stick right around that bottom.
Yeah, but Grant Wilson just really staying consistent up on top, and that's the main thing, stay consistent in these 100 lappers. I mean, you can make the bottom work for 20, 30 laps, but that one little mistake is what's going to kill you.
We got Ben Nading and Austin Conant battling for the 4th and 5th position. And then behind them, we'll have Terry Wolfe and Russell Hutchens, and jaycee Floyd and Jim Emery and Hayden Richards.
Yeah, your points leader leading the race here tonight so far. And you're going to have Dylan Wilson, his teammate, 2nd. Bradley Bartley, 3rd. Ben Nading, 4th. I believe he's 5th in points. You're going to have Austin Conant, your 3rd place points in the number 5 spot. Ben Nading now moving back to 5th, and Austin Conant picking up 4th. Terry Wolfe 6th, Hutchens 7th, jaycee Floyd the rookie 8th, Jim Emery 9th, and Hayden Richards in your top 10. And Wilson slowly picking up on Grant Ryals, but and Bradley Bartley looks like he's losing a little ground. He's either out of
lap
tire.
times are dropping, Blake.
Yeah, it looks like he may be out of tire. He was hanging with him up front for a while, but I mean, you pick the wrong tire choice, it could get you to the back fast. Looks like we're at about 43 to go. Well, it looks like Bartley's staying right with him still, but there's still 43 laps to see if he can stay up there to the front. Oh, and Grant Ryals is going to get in the wall hard. But he's going to recover it. And Dylan Wilson's still going to be in the number 2 spot. Looks like Grant got lucky on that one. The car just acted the way he wanted it after he touched that wall. Him and Dylan Wilson just staying consistent out front, staying smooth. You're going to have Bradley Bartley 3rd, Austin Conant 4th, Bryn Nading 5th, Russell Hutchens 6th, Jim Emery 7th now, Terry Wolfe 8th, jaycee Floyd, the rookie 9th, Hayden Richards 10th. Going to round out your field. Tell you how fast Grant Ryals and Dylan Wilson are here tonight. They came from 11th and 12th now and leading 1st and 2nd by about 4-5 tenths over Austin Conant and about a 1.5 on Bradley Bartley now. 4 or 5 seconds, I'm sorry. And Dylan's going to get a pretty good run there coming off of 2. They're going to be catching up to the lapper here, Hayden Richards, pretty soon. Bradley Bartley's staying up there with him. He might have a shot at winning this one if he stays consistent and stays smooth. But it looks like he's been getting in the wall pretty hard. That's gonna hurt his chances. Looks like
Yellow
Hayden
flag
Richards.
is out.
Oh, it looks like the yellow flag is out. Looks like your grid is going to be Grant Ryals, Dylan Wilson, Bradley Bartley, Austin Conant, Ben Nading, Russell Hutchens, Jim Emery, jaycee Floyd, Terry Wolfe, Hayden Richards. It's going to round out your field. Looks like Wilson's going to pick the top. It's going to be Ryals in the number 1 spot, Wilson outside, Bartley inside, Nading, Conant, Emery, Hutchens, jaycee and Terry, and Richards bringing up the rear.
This is the point of the race right now, Blake, where you're going to have to make the decision. Do I go give her all she's got, or do I sit back and maybe hope for another caution to happen later on in the race?
Yeah. It looks like they're going to be going out of 4 this time.
But this should set the stage for a nice show.
Yeah, what do we got left? About 40 laps? About 34 laps left. It looks like it's going to be Grant and Wilson getting a good run again this time. But here comes Ben Nading and Austin Conant. They had a great run off the start there. Oh, and Austin Conant looking to take the number 3 spot from Bartley, and he does.
Yeah. Just saying, let's go, boys. We got to chase down these leaders.
Yeah, it looks like Conant kicked it in high gear and is trying to get back to the front. Like you said, Tyler, Conant, if Conant can stay up front and not have to go to the back, he might have a chance at winning one of these races. And that's exactly what he's done here tonight. It's been in the top 5 all night long. Looks like Bradley Bartley's going to have a traction flip, and that's going to bring out a yellow flag.
And he'll call her quits for the night.
Looks like they're going to go next time around.
And we're going to go out of 4 next time. With your leader being Kid Smooth, Grant Ryals, Mr. Consistency, Dylan Wilson, the 47F for Austin Conant, the World Dominator, Ben Nading, Russell Beakfield Hutchens, Terry Wolfe, the legend Jim Emery, Hayden Richards, and jaycee Floyd. That'll round out your field.
Yeah, you got the rookie back there in 9th. You got to think, is he just saving tires, or is he just trying to take it easy and last to the end of the race for points? That's a question only he could answer right about now.
It's a pretty stacked field.
Yeah, there's a lot of good drivers in here, and it's going to be Grant and Dylan and Austin all getting a great run off the start. And as well as Nading and Hutchens. Oh, and Hutchens is going to go throw her deep into the wall a little bit. Who joined us up in the channel?
What are those?
Looks like it's going to be Chris Walker in the booth was here tonight, Smoky Mountain Speedway. We got Grant Ryals leading the field with Dylan Wilson 2nd, Austin Conant 3rd, Ben Nading 4th, and Russell Hutchens 5th. It looks like it's going to be all D1RT except for Austin Conant running 3rd place in the top 5. But here comes Emery and jaycee Floyd. They're running 6 and 7, chasing down Hutchens and nading. But this 1 and 2 could get interesting here soon. I mean, Grant and Wilson are running side by side for that number 1 spot. They got about 26 laps left to go now.
Yeah, I'd have to say it's go time now, Blake. Give her all she's got and hope for the best.
Yeah, looks exactly like what Grant and Dylan. It looks like what about the whole field is doing now. Oh, and Austin couldn't get in the wall a little
disconnected
bit.
from your
Nade's
channel.
gonna catch right up to him. Gonna have Ben nading in 4th now. Austin Conant 3rd. Hutchens 5th. jaycee Floyd, the rookie, up to 6th now. Jim Emery 7th. Terry Wolfe 8th. Hayden Richards 9th.
User entered your channel.
Looks like they're gonna have a good race so far. Let's see if they can finish it out strong. And let's see if Wilson can get up to the back bumper of Grant Ryals again. I mean, they're so even right now. It's anybody's race. Chris Walker, what are you thinking so far in this race? Looks like Chris Walker isn't with us anymore.
You know, Ben Nading and Austin Conant driving side by side, coming out of 4, racing for that number 3 spot.
Yeah, they're both working for points here. Austin's running 3rd, and I believe Ben's running 5th. So it's they're both looking for that little bit of that couple extra points going into the final night.
Nice battle going on between jaycee Floyd and Jim Emery for the
like
6th position.
Austin got in the wall just a little bit there and going to let Ben Nading go by. But here comes Emery coming up on Floyd. They're both, you got the rookie and the legend right there. Let's see who can show who what's going on.
Let's see if experience will pay off tonight.
Yeah, jaycee Floyd only been racing for a couple months. He's staying consistent, staying smooth. That's the way to win these. And some of the best have told him he may be one of the best here pretty soon if he stays like he's been running. Looks like Ben Nading up to 3rd now with Austin Conant 4th, Hutchens in 5th. The top 2, Grant Ryals and Dylan Wilson, they're really battling out for the lead. And there's going to be about 22 laps left, I'd say. Oh, 19 laps left now. Let's see if Wilson's got anything for Ryals for these last 19 laps.
User joined your channel.
Looks like Ryals and Wilson are checking out on the field pretty good now. It's looks like it's gonna be one of them for the win here tonight. Like you said, Tyler, you picked Mr. Consistency for the win, and I picked Kid Smooth. Let's see who's gonna pay off here tonight. Tyler, do you think Wilson's got anything for Ryals?
I do, Blake. I think, he knows Grant's not going to go anywhere. He's not going to check out from him. We still got plenty of laps to go, and he's just waiting on the kid to mess up.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think Wilson's really good at pressuring people, but Grant's really good at taking that pressure. I mean, Wilson and Grant basically are they practice together, they run together. They're like two of the best on this game now, and you got to think. Will Wilson dirty him a little bit to get by, or will Wilson try to make sure he can get by clean?
I think Wilson's just going to do like he's doing right now. I'm going to get up beside you, let you know I'm here, and I'm going to back off, and, just try to get you, rattled.
Yeah, and looks like Kid Smooth staying pretty smooth right now. I mean, he ain't rattled very much so far. Oh, and he's going to get in the wall just a little bit. No, they're going to rub a little bit on the door. But looks like Grant Ryals is going to keep the lead with about 12 to go. Let's go back in the pack just a little bit. You're going to put Ben Nading in 3rd. Hutchens up to 4th now. Austin Conant in 5th. Jim Emery 6th. The rookie in 7th. Terry Wolfe 8th. Hayden Richards 9th. It's going to round out your field. And with only 11 laps to go, it's going to be Grant Ryals and Dylan Wilson. They're going to have about 7 seconds on 3rd place. So it looks like it's between Wilson and Ryals for the win.
Yeah,
Oh, and here goes the slide job. Can he make it stick? No, he's going to go down to the bottom and see if he can make it stick to get by Grant Ryals. It looks like he had a really good run there. Oh, and Wilson's going to slide up a little bit, give Grant just enough room. But Grant's getting in the wall a little bit off the corner.
Coming up on a lap car.
Yeah, it looks like the leaders are going to be coming up on Hayden Richards.
That'll be the warrior of Hayden Richards.
Yeah, Hayden's had a bad night tonight. Not much luck. Had a caution earlier with him involved, and just looks like it might have damaged the car a little bit. Seems like he's running towards the back.
Got a good battle back in the back of the field of Russell Hutchens, Jim Emery. Jim's going to take the number 5 position from him.
Yeah, it looks like Emery's really flying tonight. He's had a good run. He's the legend, though. He always comes from the back and figures out a way to get up towards the front. Here comes the rookie as well, trying to get by Hutchens. Oh, he's going to push Hutchens a little bit. Tell him to get out of my way. It's time to go to the front. Ain't got time for you. Terry Wolfe, your pole sitter back there in that number 8 spot. And Hayden Richards, 9th. Hayden's got a good shot at the leaders right now.
Dylan Wilson trying to make that bottom work in 1 and 2, but goes right back to the top in 3 and 4 to fall right back in behind of Kid Smooth Grant Ryals.
Yeah, Grant looks like he ain't rattled very much, and there's only 5 to go. So let's see if Wilson will have anything for him. Let's see if jaycee Floyd can get by Russell Hutchens. They're having a great battle back there for that number 5 spot. Here comes jaycee, gonna get a good run. Gonna get in Hutchens' quarter just a tad, just show him he's there.
User disconnected from your channel.
Here comes
And
jaycee Floyd. And Dylan Wilson's going to try the bottom one more time. Not going to make it quite stick all the way. He's going to go back up in the top in 3 and 4. Looks like the leader is going to be catching up to Terry Wolfe.
The leader's going to have to make a decision.
Looks like Grant Ryals is going to look for an out to pass Terry Wolfe. Looked like Grant got into Wolfe there just a little bit. Really had nowhere to go.
White flag coming out of 4.
Yep, this will be the last lap. Let's see if Dylan Wilson can make it to the front. He's going to choose to go to the bottom. Let's see if Grant can get a good run coming off of 2 and make it stick. Yeah, and Grant Ryals is going to get a great run. Let's see if Dylan Wilson will go for the slide job, and he's not. Looks like Grant Ryals is going to take home the win here at Smoky Mountain for the 100 lapper. Going to be Dylan Wilson 2nd. Looks like Ben Nading is going to pull it home 3rd with Austin Conant 4th. Emery 5th. jaycee Floyd, the rookie, up to 6th with Russell Hutchens 7th. And Hayden Richards looked like he went out early on that one, as well as Terry Wolfe and Bradley Bartley and Trevor Fitz, Layden Pullman. Looks like a few cars didn't have a good run there. All right, that's the end of this one. We're going to go down to driver interviews here in just a minute.